Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with Cookie Pirate. Today, we're flying a new plane, the Diamond DA62. It's like the DA40 but 2 engines, a little more advanced. We're going to be going from Ketchikan, Alaska up to Sitka, about 55 minutes in the air, 160 miles roughly. We'll be going at 20,000 feet. Climb aboard, let's go flying. So it's a new plane, so I spent a few minutes just trying to look at some of the different systems and everything. I'm gonna try to make it seem like I know what I'm doing even though I don't. Hopefully no sitting around trying to find things. If I like this plane, I'll start flying it a little more. This is my first time flying a twin prop in the simulator. 300 at 13. It's a really cool paint scheme, like the metal with the black paint. Crucible, I'm not sure what that means as a reference to, but okay. So it is 170 knots. This is probably about as fast as the Cirrus. Alright, into the cockpit here. I've got a checklist on the browser I'll pull up, refer to. Alright, so first things we're going to check. Parking brake is set. Landing gear is down. The auxiliary pumps are back here. They are off. Fuel selectors need to come on. So to do that, we do that. Forward twice and then close the safety cover. Alright, those are set. Power levers are idle. We just want to make sure they both move together. That's good. They're idle. Not sure where the switch for the pitot heat is. Off the top of my head. I know your lights are up there. Pitot heat right here. There. Okay. It's kind of weird. That's a large switch. Double. Avionics master is off. Electric master is off. Both fuel pump switches right here are off. And the engine masters are off. Light switches are off. Fuel, passenger, and cargo are loaded on the airplane. To get ready to start, we're going to turn the alternator switches both on. We'll make sure motors are auto, which they are. ELT is armed. Good. Flaps are up. The electric master can come on. That's cool. You got the little standby indicator things right there. Cockpit lights is required. We don't need them right now, so we'll leave them off. Flood and instrument lights, so those are there. The cockpit lights, I think, are controlled up. Oh, that's where the auxiliary power switch is, and I believe it is in off. Yeah. Air conditioning. That's kind of cool. That's neat. Don't need any lights right now, though. Let's check the flight controls. So we're gonna go rudder is good. Elevator is good. Ailerons are good. Back into the cockpit. Full travel on the flaps. So we're looking out here. Go half. Now full. Let's check the right side, make sure they come back up. Good. Rudder trim we don't need to do anything with right now. It is centered. Pitch trim.
Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life?
Set for takeoff.
You know it's hard to
Good right there.
survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud.
Gear warning and fire detector. I'm not sure where we test.
Dangerous, but it's
Oh, it's right there. It's disabled. Okay. DI's and unziator test.
hold on, don't let go. Running, no. Keep on.
Good. Let's see, the G1000 has not yet come on. Are we missing something? We have the electric master on. That should be on. The avionics. The avionics have to be on. That doesn't sound right. Because normally if the avionics are on and you start the engines, you could damage the alternator. You could actually fry the avionics. That doesn't sound right. Well, we have the engine instruments here. Fuel quantity, let's make sure is correct. Yeah. So this is what's in your regular tanks, and then these are what's in your auxiliary tanks. So, if you look out here, they have auxiliary tanks in the wings. And then, of course, you have your main. Low voltage, yeah, well, the engines. Alright. Lean is disabled in that. Total time in service is 0. It's the first time I've flown the plane. Alright. Screens are not supposed to... They're supposed to come on with the electric, not the... avionics. But okay. Power levers are idle. We're going to turn the strobe lights on. And we are going to get the FMS set up. Don't need radios. Flight plan is set. CDI is set to GPS. We are going to get the weather real quick here at Ketchikan. .330 at 13. 10 miles visibility. Clear skies. 21 Celsius on the ground. That is warm for Ketchikan. It's usually like 15, 16, 17. 30, 25 on the altimeter. Harbor wind 20, 290, 12. Yeah, okay. Okay. Set our altitude. We're going to cruise at, what is it, 20... 20,000. Let's see if there's any snow up in this area, even though it's summer and almost 70 degrees Fahrenheit outside. FLC. And the speed is set at 90. Should be set at 90. This is just like setting it in a diamond. Alright. first things you do with this plane is you start the left engine first. So what we do is clear the prop area for each. Let's look and see. Okay. All we'll do is turn this engine master switch on. There's a glow annunciator just like in the DA40. And we're going to wait for it to clear. And then we'll get ready to press the starter button and let the engine engage. Clear left! And we just hold it in. And yeah, you have to actually shout like clear left and right, as opposed to just clear one time. Alright, left engine is started, and we're going to check the oil pressure. It's up into the green, temperature is rising. Let's go into the system. Voltage and electrical load. Guess that looks okay. Alright, this is weird music. Alright. Engine instruments are looking good so far, so now we'll do the same thing for the right. Switch on, wait for the glow to clear. That area there. Alright, that's cleared. Let's get ready to engage the starter. Clear right! Okay. Looks good. Oil pressure and temperature are up. It's a tiny bit low on the left, but that's okay. Bump that forward just a little bit if we have to. Alright, after start before taxi, oil pressure is good. RPMs idling at about 697, which is what we want. We want 710 plus or minus 30, so we're good. Put the fuel selectors in crossfeed, which means slide them down to this position. Now that's definitely messed up a bit. That looks good. I'm gonna put pitot heat on. It should be showing the electrical load on here. I don't see where that is. I don't understand why. Okay. I can trust it's okay because I have nothing set to fail or run abnormally. And we don't have any annunciators showing anything abnormal. I'm gonna have to look into that though, because this doesn't look right. Alright, position lights or nav lights come on. Put the fuel selectors back to up. On. Alright. Switches stay off. Altimeter set. Put the flaps to half. Transponder mode code check. We're gonna go altitude. Now 15 minutes we haven't even started taxiing. That's the joys of a new plane, I guess. Taxi lights on. And we'll go ahead and release the parking brake. Alright, we're gonna taxi out. Brakes are good. Takes a little power to get this plane moving. Steering looks good. Okay. So we need to actually turn back around here. Plane is. It definitely does not handle like the single engine. Can't even see what my ground speed is on here. 20 knots. Okay. So we'll come out this way.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave.
And we'll taxi out.
We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down.
Going down, I believe it's runway 30 here at Ketchikan. It's the one that we want. Really? Never fails, the typical vans and trucks doing wacky stuff. This plane actually will slow down if you taxi with the engines idle, which is kind of nice. There's a a light in the middle of the. Here's another one. Probably need to fix that. Yeah, sorry about your broken light.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn
Alright.
back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now.
2-9 at Ketchikan, I guess. I thought it was 3-0. It could be 3-0 now. Could have changed. The runways changed based on the magnetic. Let's taxi up just to here. Alright. Let's set the parking brake real quick. And do our before takeoff. So pitch, trim, 0. That's good. What we want. Rudder trim is set to 0 or equal. That's good. Flaps, look, make sure they're takeoff. They are. Flight controls, double check them. All good. Back into the cockpit. Fuel selectors are on. Power levers are idle. Engine instruments all look good. Motor switches are auto. Now the ECU test. Oh, they're an op, so you can't even do it. Okay. Pitot heat not required right now. We can turn it off.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on
Fuel pumps are on.
but these feels they come and go. And they come
That's set as needed. Map options. We're gonna do relative.
things about you that I can't forget. But you're breaking down my walls again. Just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I?
That's set.
The way you are.
29 is the runway.
Why do I?
Landing light on. Taxi light off.
Love the touch but never love the
Transponder.
Why do
Mode code check. All good.
love the way you are, we always leave me. Why do I, baby, why do I? Love the touch but never love the
Don't even have to do a run up. And we can go ahead, release the park and brake and taxi out. Alright, our speeds are as follows. What we're gonna do is we'll make sure we have 2 good engines on takeoff. Rotate at 76 knots. We're gonna pitch for 87 and then let the plane rise to 90. And we will bring the gear up once we have a positive rate. We'll bring the flaps up once we're established at 90. Alright, let's get lined up, just check everything. Alright, here we go. Smooth, full power. Alright, engine instruments are looking good. Airspeed's alive. 76. We're airborne.
staying up when I go out.
Positive rate, let's bring the gear up.
Yours. But when I say what's that about? You
Climb
stop
out.
the
Oh, this plane is picking up speed fast.
Tell me why you have to seem so
Alright.
distant when I'm home.
Flaps up.
Your fingertips are drifting away.
We'll engage the autopilot at 800 feet.
It hurts.
Pitch up to try to get that speed down. Get a much better rate of climb.
We always leave me. Why do I, baby?
800. Autopilot's on.
Love the feeling. Why do I, baby? Why do I? Love the way you are. We always leave me.
We don't need the pitot heat right now. We'll turn it on in a minute if we do.
Love the touch, but never love the feeling.
Alright.
Why do I?
So what we do now is climb power
Why do I, baby?
set down to about 95%. Right about there.
Love the touch, but never love the feeling.
Gear and flaps are up. Climb power set. We can go ahead and turn the landing light off, and we will also turn the fuel pumps off. There we go. Take a look outside. Damn. Yeah, man, I mean, we got right up off that runway. There's the city of Ketchikan. It's pretty neat. Some more. Sorry, right into the cockpit. I don't see snow over here. I see maybe a little bit at some of those, but at the higher peaks, it's understandable. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the pitot heat on, because they'll require it above, or below 5 Celsius. So that way it's just on. Doesn't have anything for cruise. All we do is just set our cruise power. And we switch fuel out of the tanks as needed. Out of the auxiliary tanks. Kind of as a backup. Wow. 2 hours and 8 minutes this says. That's wrong. Because compared to its cruise speed, this plane climbs at a much slower airspeed. So once we get to cruise, this number will be cut way down. You don't get quite the view because you have this big bulky engine in front of you. That's alright. Still kind of neat. Just gonna take a look at the external view. Hey, I see snow! And right there! Okay. Alright, back into the cockpit. And we're climbing all the way to 20,000 feet. Alright, there's 10,000 feet, so we're right about halfway up up to our cruise altitude. So, our route today, we just took off out of Ketchikan, and holy cow, we're only that far away, and we're already at 10,000. The plane climbs good. We're gonna be flying right up over kind of this pass, and then over this mountain, or this island with the mountains, a couple other passes. And then we're going to fly over this island here and descend on our way right into Sitka. So, close to an hour, just a tiny bit less. Despite this saying an hour 45 minutes. Let's actually go in here. Should be able to get... Oh, look at that. I mean, just look at that, though. Got 20 knot headwind. That's going to slow us down. DME, don't need to worry about. Yeah, it looks good to me. That's 2 Celsius here at 12,000 feet. We shouldn't have to worry about any icing. We are just about coming up on 14,000 feet. And you can really see the climb rate is decreasing a bit as we're going up. As you get higher, the max climb rate lowers. It takes a little more effort for the plane to climb higher from high up than it does from the ground where the air is more dense. Man, the plane is struggling. Getting 850 per minute up here at 17,000 feet. That's low. Heard we were getting way above that. So you can see, because of the increased weight, you can really see the difference in the climbability of this plane. Climbs super well, closer to the ground, and then it gets tougher and tougher. Oxygen would have to be on at this point. We may... I'm starting to think we may not make it to 20,000. The plane climbing as slow as it is right now. We can set standard pressure. 2992. 4 gallons in the climb out. We may make it, just barely. Be interesting though. Let's grab a look outside. So there's Ketchikan. Almost see Sitka is going to be back on this island. On the backside there, facing the water. Looks like it clouds in a little bit inland and further north. The weather at Sitka is partly cloudy. When I looked before, but let's take a look here. Yeah, partly cloudy, 16 Celsius. Good weather. Yeah, we're struggling to climb. The engines are only producing half the power that they're rated for. We'll get there in 1 more minute, hopefully. Alright, we have made it up to 20,000 feet. So we're gonna leave full power in. At 20 knot headwind. And our true airspeed right now, 148, 130 over the ground. Showing an hour en route. Now we'll continue to accelerate. If we need to, we can descend back down a bit, which we actually may do. Although the throttle can stay full forward, we'll probably continue to accelerate a bit. The high altitude performance up here is kind of tougher. Real powerful plane at the ground. I think we forgot to set nav, yeah. Now it'll follow the course.
distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again.
Alright, we're gonna go down. The performance up here is just not good. See, we're still kind of angled up a little bit. We're just gonna pitch down, drop down to 18,000. Service ceiling of the plane is 20. I really struggled to get up there to even. Well, we're not getting the performance that we should if we were not at 20,000. So we're just, yeah, it's easier to go back down. Set it to 135, that'll get us going down faster. But yeah, our true airspeed is way better now, and that's cut the flight time down. This is already going to be considerably over the 55 minutes we had expected. Not really a whole lot you can do about that, but it's mildly frustrating when you plan it out.
seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me bleed as I bleed for you.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot better.
Let me
That's kind of a cool view. You can see where we took off from still, right there at Ketchikan. It's pretty neat. Alright, 500 feet to go. Definitely get better performance at 18,000. Probably ideal would be to go down to 16. But 18 should be fine for now. So we'll stick with that.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down.
Yeah, that's a bit better. I mean, we're doing 160 over the ground. Still showing about 37 minutes. Man. Now the performance in this plane is notably not as good as expected. At least at high altitude. Now we're still maybe... No. Just a little under halfway. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go down even more. Let's go down to 16. Let's at 145. Now what we'll need to do though is get the weather at airport along our route 3035 in Sitka, it's 3025. Well, the nearest airport with a weather report is Klawak, and that's at 3029. We can set it to 3035. I mean, we're way above any terrain out here.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left.
So let's set it for 3035 at Sitka. And the performance there's way better. Push that down to 150, that'll get the descent rate a little faster. Still sitting at 17,000. Yeah, now we're getting way better performance. If we look back out this way, ahead, Sitka is on the backside of this island here. Kind of where the clouds start. It starts getting quite cloudy out that way. And just beautiful down this way. Kind of atypical. Yeah, so I just put it in the flight calculator. It says an hour and 8 minutes, which is kind of much more on point with what it should be. But even still, it was just with the performance we were getting at 20,000, that wasn't going to happen. That was bad. A lot better here. We're producing 74% power. Pressure and temperatures are good, coolant temps is good, fuel temps are good. What we can go ahead and do
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day.
is turn those on, pump fuel from the auxiliary tanks to the main tanks.
We must never stop the way.
So this number will slowly drop till we get a little bit more power, or not more power, a little more fuel quantity into the tanks as they go from the aux to the main. I don't know why I said power, that's not correct. Those will run for just a couple minutes, we'll shut them off.
Let's all take a ride. just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land.
See what the current weather at Sitka. Still out of range. Okay. That doesn't make sense.
As we stand, let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone.
I was saying about 20 minutes remaining, so we'll get our descent started in just a few minutes here. We can turn these off. Let's go ahead and begin our descent. Okay, so we have, let's pull the weather. There we go, 300 at 10, scattered at 2,500, broken at 3,000, so that's actually getting a little bit worse. It's down to 15 Celsius. 30-35, the altimeter hasn't changed. Okay. So minimum altitude descending over that is going to be We can descend to 5,000, so let's go ahead. Set 5,000, and we'll leave the FLC. $155. That'll give us a little bit of a boost in speed. Pull back on the throttle just a little bit here, at about 40%. It'll also give us a slightly steeper descent rate. Yeah, it's gotten a little worse. The weather. 3,000 broken. Do the GPSB, we gotta fly all the way out to the Bjorka Islands VOR. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. So what I'll do is just set up for the visual. Hopefully we can pick the airport up at 3,000. Visual 29. We have the ability to turn, intercept this course, which we actually could do. So let's actually do that. Let's set our heading. So and we'll just fly and activate vector to final. We'll just fly the course straight down, and let's bump just a tiny power in just to lower our descent rate slightly. Pretty view out that way. Let's grab a look outside. Yeah, this is the clouds kind of moving over here. I think we might still be able to... No, never mind. I was gonna say, can we still see Ketchikan, but I don't think we can now. Unless... No, I don't think so. That'd be kind of wild. Take that power back out. We need to descend a little faster. We'll just continue flying right along like that until we pick this course up, and we'll turn inbound and just fly right down to the runway. Let's do our other descent items. Altimeter is set, radio is not needed. Rudder trim is set. Parking brake is confirmed released. Don't have to worry about that. Fuel selectors, both are on. And we turn the fuel pumps on. Starting to get just a little more bumpy over here. Little power adjustment.
We are forever learning, one step at a time. As long as the world is turning, I'll be by your side. We'll keep the fire burning, I'll never see you hurt. You know I can't explain it in a way of words. We both know that you'll understand, and you'll see if you take
Alright, as the needle's moving in,
out of my own way.
kind of ready to hit the nav button here.
For you,
And we'll pick the course up and follow it in.
I'll go out of my own way.
Alright, let's get that set and along the way. And then what we'll do is we're going to level off at 5,000. We'll put the power back in. And then we'll just fly, hopefully to pick up the approach course. Oh, it is getting a bit bumpy right there. Ha. definitely a bit bouncy up here. Alright, let's do a couple things real quick. VNav on. And we'll set 3,000 so the airplane will start descending along this course. And let's intercept approach mode. And hopefully the plane will fly that for us. And we'll just have to make sure that we stay clear of terrain. So let's actually get a closer zoom in over here. Yeah, and we're descending. That's good. Pull back on the power. And we'll be watching to make sure none of that turns red, or preferably not even yellow. But we'll see. And we're good all the way down to 3,000. There's a little bit of yellow coming up here. Actually, it's what we're flying over right now. Yeah. Look at that right there. Wow. That's kind of pretty. Idle Squirrel, how's it going? Sorry I missed you before. Just, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the plane, to be honest. Kind of tricky. Handles nice around the ground, but just seemed kind of sluggish in cruise, especially at the higher altitudes. It was a somewhat kind of frustrating climb to the top and then to find out how slow the cruise was going to be up there. Alright, and yeah, we really can't go below that. Yeah. This is kind of a struggle here. We're flying low over this terrain. Yeah, this is not the way I would. It's just flying the approach all the way down. That's gonna go right into the mountain there. Let's disengage the autopilot and fly by hand out a little ways. We'll have a visual on the airport, so we should be okay. It's below the cloud ceiling. And it's gonna show us we're way off course, but yeah, that would have flown us straight in, and I know it says it doesn't provide obstruction clearance when you set up that visual approach path, but yeah, there's the airport. We can continue visually. gonna have to get the plane slowed way down. Let's go. Pull back on the power a bit. We're slow enough we can go half flaps. Put some power back in. Here on this outlet, let's fly right back over the water. Probably the safer thing to do. Let's go gear down. Three green, we're good. Pull the power out. Let's turn back over, get lined up on course. Full flaps. Power back in. Easier view that way, but we're low. Gotta try to pick this back up. Alright, that's better. Alright, that's looking a lot better. Continue down. Let's go. Oh, a little bumpy there. Let's go power idle. Very slowly. I didn't even turn the landing light on. Oh well. Ease down to the runway. Nice. Alright. Power idle. You can bring the flaps up. Alright, we're on the brakes. We're on the ground here. And taxi in, we'll do a couple after landing things. Pitot heat off. Flaps are up. Fuel pumps off. Taxi light on. Transponder standby. It's so weird the lights are in the middle of the taxiway again. It's pretty on the way in here. Yeah, we're getting pushed, so you actually have to keep some power in this plane to taxi right through the van. Ha! Typical. And now we're up to 25. Let's turn in right around here. And we'll go right between these two planes. A little more. Good there. Alright, let's set the parking brake. Run through the shutdown checklist here. Power levers max 10 for 1 minute. So they need to sit for just a moment. ELT is armed. Turn the avionics switch off here. That shouldn't cut the screens off though. Taxi light off. Position lights off. We can turn the two engine masters off. We'll shut the right one down. Alright, right engine is stopped. There we go. 1 hour and 8 minutes. Left engine is stopped. Strobe light off. And last but not least, the electric master. Oxygen 2. And then those there. Yep, and we're all good. Alright folks, well, welcome to Sitka, Alaska. Thanks for flying with me, hope you enjoyed it. Hope to have you aboard on the next one. And until then, as always, take care, stay safe.